Right, welcome back to another mussel fishing film. Again, we're shore fishing today. We're doing a little bit more of that, as promised in previous videos. A lot of people shore fish. I don't do enough of it, so we're going to do more of it. Today we're at Cambridge Road down at Eastbourne, up at Splash Point, Langley Point. There's a match going on, which I didn't realise about, but very nicely we were reminded in Angler's Den that there was multiple matches going on all that way. So we've driven up here. High tide is about 1 o'clock, it's nearly 10 o'clock. Yeah, we're going to try for some dabs, some flounders, some whiting, and that's about what I think we're going to get. We might get a Plaice or two. So we're going to set up, we're going to get some baits out, and obviously I'll show you the rigs and tackle as we go along. Right, so attempt number 2 at starting to set up. Some swimmers started to set up right on our beach, and I'm not in the mood to argue today, so I just said, would you like us to go to the beach to the left of us, and if you'd like to go to the right? And they said, and you know, swim towards the right. And they said, yes, that will be okay. One might come your way. I said, probably best not. I've moved, stay over there. I realise I'm shouting and they're already there. I should be a bit quiet. Right, rigs, really simple. We're going for small fish today, guys. Whiting, dabs, flounders, that sort of thing, as I've said. We're going to use a grip weight. It's a big, big, strong tide, 7 metre tide, and it's flooding. So we've got a loop at the bottom of our rig, which we simply put through the top of our weight. That loop goes over the top of our weight, like so. It gets pulled through, and it just stays on like that. No clips, absolutely nothing. Keeps it really, really super simple. We've then got 2 paternosters, which are dangling off there. The bottom hook is a Limitless match hook, which is there. It's quite a wide gape, that one, so the worm should sit on it nicely. And then on the bottom hook, we've got a specialist chinu. That there is our Limitless chinu. We're going to attach it onto our rod, and we're going to get some lugworm and some ragworm on it, and see how we get on. Right, so this is the last day I'm going to be using what I call a cheap rod. This is only about 30 quid rod. I've got some very nice rods on the way from my tackle guys. So I'm going to give it a bit of welly, see how far we can go. Might be bad, might not be. Let's have a go. Not awful, but also not great. So this is Will's rod. He's already got a little bite. Yeah, if it was a whiting, it'd normally rattle a bit more and stay persistent, but that was just a few little shakes. So let's hope. Yeah, let's hope it's having a little feed. There we go. Right, so I thought there was a couple of nibbles. I was about to refresh bait, struck into it, because we always strike into fish when we're shore fishing, or we're boat fishing actually. Come on, me, and we'll show you what we got. There we go. Very little Plaice. Nothing, not too big. Hooked straight there with that, I think, yeah, Limitless chinu again. Top lip. Beautiful little fish. And for a cold winter's day, I'm not going to complain about that, and we haven't even got to the best state of the tide yet. So fingers crossed we can still cast far enough to get onto the sand, but yeah, stunning fish. Beautiful orange spots, and yeah, nice to not have a blank. There we go, let's get that hooked and get it put back. So we're just going to go and pop that Plaice back, 26 centimetres, so 1 centimetre under legal. Will wants one for his dinner, but he's not taking this one because it is just too small. There we go. Let's try and... There we go. See you later. Okay, so the rigs that we're using today are really simple. Hooks and line is all you actually need. So I'm using those 2.0 wide gate match hooks. I've got some Chinu hooks which are also on there. However, I've now run out of those, so we're going on to these ultra offset Z's in size 1.0. Please don't judge the nails. They are not very nice because I was in the garden this morning sorting stuff out and I've been lugworm in my ragworm, so hence the black nails. We do clean them. First thing you want to do is tie a big loop in your line, and you want to do a triple or a double overhand knot. So we'll go through once, we'll go through twice, we'll go through 3 times. And this is where your lead is going to attach to. So we've got one big loop, and that's where your lead's going to attach to. And then you're going to take more off the reel. We haven't cut that yet, we're just going to keep that there. We're going to make a big loop in the line here, like so. So we've got a big loop. I'll put my tongue in the top, and then that I'll fold over that piece of line 4 times. 2, 3, 4. And then I bring this bit of line in my mouth through the loop I've just made down here. And then pop it through. And I'll bring it to that. Moisten that. There we go. So there's a big loop in the line like that. And what we'll do is we'll cut one end. I think my knife's over there, so I'll have to go and get it. We'll cut one end and we'll tie a hook. I will then make another loop further up, exactly the same one as that, cut it off, tie the hook, and then we'll put a little loop in the far end of the mono to then clip onto the rod. So that's what I'm going to do, but they're the rigs. Super simple, and I'll show you the made up one in a minute. So I've tied those hooks on, and I've tied that loop in the top. Well, I actually haven't, I need to do that in a minute. But what I like to do with beach fishing is make sure I have a rig ready and baited all the time, so I can just clip it up. When I bring the other rod in, I can clip it up, send it out, and then I can rebait the other rod. That's what I generally quite like doing. Just to make sure my bait is in the water for as long as possible. Shore fishing's hard enough as it is, you've got to give yourself as much opportunity to catch. So we've got our weight there, we've got a hook coming off the end there. We've got a bit further up, we've got the other hook, and yeah, I'm just going to put a loop in the top here. Made this rig slightly longer. The tide's quite big today, and I think a longer rig might sit a little bit better on the seabed. I might be wrong, but got to give it a go. So I'm going to pop that loop in there, like so. Clip that tag end off, get it baited up, and we'll send it out and see if we can get another place. Well, so we're just winding in to change a bait. I'm not saying there's a fish on here, but it does feel quite heavy, so just put the camera on just in case. So yeah, change the baits every sort of 20 minutes I think is a good idea. I think there might be a fish on here actually. It's tapping away. Yep, fish on. There we go, 2 casts and 2 fish. Even smaller this time. Another little Plaice number 2 of the day. So we didn't actually get a bite indication there, just purely based because it's such a small little fish, but that's 2 we've got now. Will's just gone down to even smaller hooks, so I think he's going to start getting a few now. I'm going to get that unhooked and get a little photo and get that back, but just again on those, I think Limitless Chinus, I'll put all the links in the description to these hooks. They're absolutely awesome, and they do catch a lot of fish. I have to excuse my black nails, been in the garden this morning, but yeah, beautiful fish, even though it was nice and small, but good early signs for the year to come. So we've had some bites on the right and the left rod. I'm probably going to check the right rod now. I think when it's had a few rattles, 5 minutes later, it's best to check it, just in case they've picked the bait off. It will do us no harm in checking. Let's have a go. So as I say, always strike with the rod, come right down to the water, and just a gentle strike up. Try and keep the rod high because you've got a lot of rocks out there. You don't want to bump the fish off, so I try and keep the rod high to keep it above and below any sort of boulders and crates. I don't think there's a fish on here anyway, but it's good to check the bait because, as I say, we had a little bite, so good to check it, make sure the bait's on and freshen the bait up anyway. We should be really refreshing the baits every 20 minutes. No fish on, sadly. But not a lot of bait left, so worth doing. So Will, as I said, poached my spot and
taken your flounder.
He's taken my flounder and a dab. There's no place there. We've got a flounder here, which is identifiable by a sharp sort of rough middle, which is here. The slightly darker spots. Underneath there'll be lovely and white. Will, you want to look how gorgeous white that is. So that's a flounder, and this is a dab. And the dab is not really. There's still spots on it, as you can see there. You still see spots on that dab, but it's rough across the whole body. It's like sandpaper. So well done, Will.
Thank you very much.
Very nice fish.
There we go.
Lovely. Well done. He takes my spot and takes my rigs, and he catches two nice fish. But so it's bait reset time for this one. So we did have a few little knocks on it. So yeah, fish on. Fish on.
Fish on.
Fish on. It's dug in there. Hopefully it will stay on now. It's coming halfway, so it's going to come up to the shoreline in about 3 or 4 seconds. Here it comes. One fish. Oh, just the one, but not that big.
Ah.
I think with the strong tides it felt a bigger fish, but it's just another little one. Beautiful colours on them. Again, just caught with a match hook up the top there. Nailed in the top lip. Excellent. We'll get that one rebaited, recast out, and see if we can get a slightly bigger one. I think there was a bigger fish on there, and we just lost a slightly bigger one on the wind in. But yeah, cracking. There we go. So place number 3. But because we've got a beach there, which is not as steep, we're going to pop that one in there. There she goes. Excellent. Hat trick of Plaice in the middle of January. That's really good sign to see what's going to come for sort of February, April time. April time is really when you get the nice big ones. But yeah, great fun. So we're actually doing okay, guys. I've had 3 Plaice. Will's had a dab and a nice flounder, and it's just a nice day. We're not. Oh, he's got something. What's he got? Ah, he has got something on. A little Plaice. 3 all. So Will's just got a Plaice. He'll bring it over in a second. We'll have a little look. I'm really starting to enjoy the shore fishing. There's less tackle involved. There's less equipment. There's less stress. It's more of a social, and we're catching some fish. Just shows mid-January. We're in a hoodie and a tracksuit bottom. It's not cold. The sun's come out a little bit as well. Really simple tactics, and that's it. Will's asking for the disgorger, which we've got here, which is a sort of new disgorger I've got. We'll take you over there and we'll show you what he's caught. Have you swallowed it? Swallowed it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't feel anything. But
So that's Will's little Plaice. That's mostly the stamp of Plaice we've been getting today, so they are a bit small. But that is because they're it's early season. We're just going to try and unhook it. Might have to go through the back of the gills if we don't manage to be able to do this, but have a look. Yeah, he's properly swallowed that one. So yeah, I'm going to get some tweezers. I'm not going to use that. I'll go for the tweezers. We'll go under the gills and we'll be carefully try and get it out.
Feelings, it's like I can't walk on the ceiling. Oh yeah, got me dreaming, dreaming in colours I never dreamed. Oh, yeah.
Right, so we've got about 35-40 minutes left of the session. Slack water, and the first hour of this ebb has been pretty difficult. Haven't actually had any more bites or any more fish since Will's fish. We have had quite a good bite on that orange rod. It was a really odd sort of slammy bite, so I don't really know what that is. We'll try and let it develop, see if anything happens from it. It might not. But yeah, we've only got 30 minutes left. Hopefully one of us can pull out a fish to take the win. Not that it's a competition. We didn't make it into a competition, did we, Will?
Well, it depends if I get a fish.
We said it was just going to be fun today, but as we always have a little bit of fun competition. It's currently 3-all. We've both caught 3 fish. So yeah, one of us needs to just get one fish to possibly win. Who's it going to be? Wait for a bit longer and we'll find out. Well, Will's got to go home to keep another half happy. I'd have stayed a bit longer. And I have a feeling he might be 4-3 up with another nice place.
There we go.
That's not bad, is it?
I can't complain on that one. Yeah,
That's a nice, that's a very nice size, mate. Cracking one. That's
The colours on that.
yeah, that's a 35cm one, I'd say. Lovely, well done, Matthew.
Thank you.
Well done.
Cheers.
Oh dear, just like that.
That's what the dog was telling me.
took
So
the lead.
leave your bait in a bit longer.
A lovely English bull terrier came down and he wouldn't leave Will alone. She was just literally stood by the tripod. I think, yeah, I think she was saying, "Oi, there's a fish on there." Yeah, nice fish, mate. Well done. So yeah, not a bad session today. 4 Plaice. No, 5 Plaice, 1 dab, 1 flounder. So yeah, pretty good for the flatfish. That's kind of what we came for. So that's what we got.
And then the place that makes it all count.
Well, as you can see now from the noise and everything going on here and over there, we.
I'm not. Engine
I think this lady doesn't particularly want my my Detro to go very well. Yeah, did quite well in the end. We got quite a few nice Plaice, flounder, dab, and we didn't get any whiting, which is good.
Or any doggies.
Or any dogfish. We don't like those anymore. We're getting better shore anglers, so we don't want rubbish fish. Thank you for joining us. Another shore fishing video. Hope you liked that. I will try and do a lot more. Will here can be on the channel a little more often. He's a good videographer. Some of his B-roll footage will be hopefully in this film. Have a good week, and send me any messages if you need any, ask me questions. Right, home time and relax. Cheers.